Good day, everyone, and welcome listeners to the Great British Respawn, the podcast where YouTube gamers get the microphone, the spotlight, and if they behave, the metaphorical biscuits. I'm your host, Daddy, and we're exploring behind the scenes of the strange and wonderful world of some of your favourite gaming content creators. So get your headphones sitting comfortably, and we will begin as we meet a creator today who's known for travelling vast digital universes, crafting entire planets before breakfast, and, rumour has it, being a moose in real life. It's Moose Gaming. Oh, welcome, Moose Gaming. Welcome to my little shack here in Subsistence.
It's a lovely place. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you made it in. I must admit, I'm very impressed. You are the first one to have come in ahead and made their way to the base on their own. I am, hats off to you. That was... Oh. How many deaths did you say?
About 10.
And then who's counting? Oh, well, it's a pleasure to have you here, and I'm looking forward to this chat. So the first question I want to know the answer to is what possessed you to start a YouTube channel?
I at our old house that we lived in, it wasn't very big, so I didn't have much room to do anything. I may have made a couple recordings here and there, but once we got to our new house that we're buying, I got the entire basement, so I got more room to get the equipment and actually do it. So, and I think probably the same answer as most is COVID probably helped out with that too. Stuck at home, so
it was an outlet, was it?
Yeah, pretty much. And I love playing games. It doesn't matter what game it is. I love to play it, and I like to share it with people to see my experience, and then maybe they'll like the game too and try it out. Who knows?
Well, that's really cool. And I mean, did you have a hope and expectation that people would watch, or did you just think, well, it doesn't matter, I'm doing it for me?
Yeah, pretty much. I was just doing it for me. If people come by and they watch, awesome. If they like it, great. If they don't, that's okay too. But ultimately, if people come in and I can make them laugh or make their day better, it works for me. Makes me happy.
Yeah, I get that. Do you remember what the first video was that you put out?
Yeah, the very first one, it's not a full video. It's more like just a clip of it. But I was playing Far Cry 4, and I was hunting some rhinos. And these two rhinos just kind of walked into a lake. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? And then all of a sudden, they plop up dead. I'm like, well, that was easy skins. So that was probably like the first video that I ever put on YouTube, but recorded intentionally would have been of Grand Theft Auto 5. Just having fun with some of the guys I worked with. We used to play GTA 5 a lot after work.
So, I mean, you said that, since you've moved and you've got this, the whole basement. So your setup, I would imagine, has changed a little bit since that first video?
A lot. So with that, I'm going to play a game before I go to work anyways. So right. I might as well stream it and share it. And I'm going to play games when I get home from work too, because, well, I get home in the middle of the night. Everybody else is sleeping. So why not share that too?
That explains why I see you on when I see you on. And I'm thinking, does the guy never sleep? That explains
a lot of people have asked me that. Do you sleep? I'm like, yeah, I do. Maybe about 6 hours, and that's about it. So.
I'm glad to hear that you do actually sleep.
Yeah, I do. But as far as the setup goes, it's came a long way since then, yes. I currently primarily am a console gamer, but I do play a lot of PC games as well since moving into this house. So I do have a decent enough PC with RTX 3090. I've got two PlayStation 5s. One of them is the Pro. The other is the standard. The new Xbox Series S, X, Y, I don't know. They change it all the time. But, before I got the computer, I got a Steam Deck, and that worked out for a little while too.
Do you have a couple of monitors, 2 or 3 monitors? What have you got?
Oh, technically I got 4. 3 for the PC and then 1 for the consoles.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I'll let you off for that. But so how do you choose the games? As you said, it's just if something catches your eye and you think, I want to have a look at this. And if you do like it, you'll put it on the channel.
I'm willing to play just about any game. And yeah, it's got to catch my eye, but not so much like a lot of people want to see games with higher graphics and this and that. And no, I just want a game that has good story. It plays well, or, it can just keep me entertained. Like, it's got to keep me drawn in.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then I may finish it out, but I may not play it again.
So are there games that you think are particularly underrated or overrated that everybody else goes on about and it's just never grabbed you, or that you cut the other way that you think deserves a lot more, coverage than it gets?
Well, an underrated game that I recently played, and when I streamed it, I had a lot of people come in talking bad about it, and that was Unknown 9 Awakening.
All right.
I actually really enjoyed that game. It had a really good story, and the mechanics were not as bad as what everybody were claiming they were to be. I mean, it got seriously bad reviews from critics, but I didn't see any of that. And I had a few people come in who said, who watched the entire series, and they said, well, this is not as bad as what the critics said. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. And I said, well, that's why I always tell people, play the game for yourself, formulate your own opinion. Don't go off of what other people say.
Yeah, and at the very least, watch someone else actually play it. Don't just read the critic reviews. Actually go and check out some VODs for yourself. And if you don't want to punt the money on something, then at least go and watch someone else play it first.
Yeah.
So do you have a video or a series that has particularly flopped on the channel, something that you was hoping to carry on and it just didn't get it?
Other than all of them? No, just kidding.
Oh, gosh, we content creators are such an insecure lot. You wouldn't believe it. The number, I think almost everybody has said a version of that.
Yeah. No, honestly, there was one video that when I put it out at first, it was doing great. And that was for No Man's Sky, and it was how to transfer your PlayStation 4 save to the PS5.
Right.
It used to be done within game. But when one of the newer updates for Worlds came out, which was last year, they removed that option. Well, that particular update brought back a huge number of people to the game wanting to play because of all the recent updates.
Yeah.
So I was getting just berated by people in that video saying that this doesn't work. Why is this not working? The option's not there. And it went on for weeks until I finally said, you know what? I just got to take this video down because and I had to go through and I had to make a video explaining that, yes, I know it's not there. But then we later found out that there was cloud saves coming to the game.
Right.
So everything was done through Hello Games cloud service. So, yeah, I'd have to say that was probably the one video that probably took a turn.
I know the answer to the next question because you told me before we started.
Yeah.
Do you script what you do or do you wing it?
Nah, I wing it. What you see is what you get. This is the only thing that has probably been scripted because... you gave me the questions prior to, so I could take some time to think about it, jot down some notes so I knew what I was going to talk about rather than sitting here saying, let me see, let me think,
Well, that's good. I mean, but when you say that, but when you stream, do you sometimes go in with at least an idea as something you might need to achieve? I mean, particularly with No Man's Sky, obviously, because a lot of it is, I mean, I don't play it, and other than occasionally watching parts of sort of KJ's stream, I don't really know anything about it, but there's a lot of missions or set things that you're going to go and do or find or build. So do you have an idea when you go into a stream for something you want to achieve?
So for some of that stuff, if I'm doing a particular character and I'm doing a series of it, then I may have stuff where I'm saying like, okay, with this character, we're doing nothing but getting living ships and we're doing nothing but getting living frigates, or, this save is no HUD permadeath and I can only eat food to survive. I can't recharge with elements. So that would maybe be the only thing that I would say is kind of scripted with that, because it is a play style per se.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So, but other than that, everything's just off the handle. It is what it is. There's a lot of squirrel moments, trust me.
Squirrel moments are the best. Yeah. As you know, you're talking to someone who is very good at being a squirrel. But I blame KJ for that. She taught me that in Subsistence. It was like, you have to follow the loot. Then never turn away from the loot. So if I see loot, I go. And on the multiplayer, they're always telling me off because I go off in a different direction. I'm like, yeah, but I'm following the loot.
Yeah.
Have you had any rage quit moments, either in a particular game or the idea of being a content creator? Any moments when you just thought, oh, I don't need this?
No, not really any no rage quit moments on stream or on a video like what you would see from some of the people that do the elaborate rage quitting, smashing keyboards, breaking them. I'm sorry, no game is worth that. Okay.
I can't afford to smash my keyboard, even if the game was worth it.
All right, I'm telling you. Years ago, I did play a game. It was called Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yes, I've got that. Yeah.
Okay, and I used to play that every day a lot, and I wasn't the best at it, but we would always go up against people that were, using keyboard and mouse on console, and we never stand a chance with a controller.
Yeah.
And it would just make me angry all the time, and then that anger was kind of transferring outside of the game time. It was transforming into the house, into the work, and it's like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. One of the things about being a content creator is obviously you go in and you try to build your community, and in stream and on VOD you respond to comments. Have you had any particular weird ones, either people weird commenters hanging out in stream or comments left on videos and things?
I even if I do get weird comments, which I have, I just can't directly remember a specific one. But I do have people that come in sometimes. We know they're trolls, but they'll come in and say the bad things you shouldn't say.
Yes.
And I will always find a way to, without directly tell them to go screw themselves, find a way to turn it around to either get them to just be like, oh man, this guy's not giving in to what we want him to do or what we want him to say, and they just leave, or they actually start acting like a civilized person.
Very good. Very good. I know you said that one of the reasons that you stream, because, you're going to play before you go to work, you're going to play when you come home, so you might as well stream. So does that mean that you don't game off camera anymore, or do you still do things just for you?
Oh no, yeah, I still game off camera. There's games, like new games I get sometimes. I'm like, you know what, I wanna play through this for myself to see what I'm getting myself into before I actually do it on the stream. And then there's some where I'm just like, you know what, I'm going straight into it on stream. If I do fluff it up, hey, it's all part of the act. Why not? Farming Simulator 25 is probably one that I would call a comfort game because it's relaxing. I can just, plant crops, harvest them, take care of animals, do stuff like that.
And it's just for you. You don't have to worry about what anyone else is thinking that you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I have streamed it too, but it's still something, just to relax and do. I mean, I could play that and watch a TV show at the same time,
Yeah, there's not that many games that you can do that with, or certainly not survival games.
Right. No, survival games, you couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't even imagine trying to watch a show and play Subsistence. I mean, I froze my butt off quite a few times last night trying to get here too.
I know. KJ, quite often maybe she might be playing if she was grinding off camera, and she'll have someone's video playing. But the problem is when you do that is if you hear a wolf growl, you don't know whether it's your wolf or the wolf of the person that you're watching. So yeah, I couldn't do that.
Exactly.
Other than obviously the family that you live with, behind the scenes, do other people, friends and colleagues, or do they know what you do, that you've got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, they do. My parents know. Obviously, my family knows here at home, my kids and my wife. People at work, they know too. And as it is, some people just don't get it. Like my dad doesn't get it either. He's like, I don't understand how you could just sit there and play games all the time. You should be out doing something else. I'm like, well, Dad, I do other stuff too. I says, but,
yeah.
I look at him, I say, honestly, I do make not a lot, but just a little bit of money from doing it. So when I retire, hey, it's a little something extra.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, so do you people, sort of other colleagues or friends, do they stop by or watch or interact at all? Or is it just they know what you do, but they don't,
Some of them do. I have had some of the guys I work with stop in and say, hey, Moose, what's up? Yeah, they call me, my name is Moose at work too. So.
Oh, that's good. That's because that's sometimes the things that people don't want them to know is because it's, I know you have a webcam, but if sort of you've got a faceless channel or it's not your name, then the last thing you want is your neighbor turning up and saying, hey, Joe.
Yeah. No, if somebody were to recognize me on the stream, be like, hey, I know you, you're Moose. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Because like I said, that's who I'm known as. I mean, everybody knows my real name, which is Chris. But yeah, it's just a name that I got from work. They seen one of the guys there seen me lifting up some heavy blocks to put inside a press, and another guy, my boss came by and said, hey man, I told you to go get a die card. I'm like, what? It's not that heavy to do that. And the other guy's like, hey, don't mess with him. That's Moose. And ever since then.
Excellent.
So, and then the owner of the company got me for Secret Santa and actually got me a moose statue with like real fur and antlers and everything, and ever since then that was it. It's like, well, that's it. My name is now Moose.
That was, I mean, it's just wrote itself, didn't it, really, then?
Yeah.
You said your dad doesn't understand it, but so if you're trying to explain it to someone of an older generation, just the concept of YouTube, or particularly as a gamer on YouTube, I mean, how do you try to explain it?
Well, to like my dad, I explained to him, I'm like, Dad, some of the games that I play, it's not just a point and shoot and, loot and this. And I said, there are some story games that I play that if you were to sit down and just watch it without me commenting, you would think it's a movie. You would think you're watching a movie.
Yes.
Because of how it plays and how the dialogue works and everything like that. So, and he says, well, I can understand a movie type thing. And I'm like, well, that's what it is. And it's just, I said, it's not always about the game you're playing. It's about the community that you build and the people you interact with.
Yeah.
I told him, I says, if I can help somebody who's having a bad day put a smile on their face just by doing something silly or just talking to them about everyday problems that makes them feel a little bit better, then I did my job. I'm happy if they're happy.
I mean, that's so cool. And I mean, I don't know if it's sort of a generational thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I get the vibe with a lot of us like this within a sort of similar age range that we've come across this and that is what we do. I mean, I was surprised to find so many other gamers around my age. I thought I was going to be the only oldie. And to sort of find that actually the majority of people I was hanging out with were in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, and I was quite surprised. I did think it was a young person's game, no pun intended. But it's just there's so many people out there that need that interaction. We don't have that in our day-to-day lives maybe in the same way we used to. And people that, I mean, like myself, I started doing this because I can't work. Mm-hmm. And you find so many other people for whom it is an outlet maybe. So that's really cool. I really like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any goals for the channel? I mean, as you say, it makes a bit of money. It brings in a little bit of extra. But have you got a goal? Is there somewhere you'd like to take the channel?
I mean, if it does take off to something, bigger than what it is, then I'm excited and happy for that. But it's for me, it's not what's most important. What's most important is to just try to bring people in who need a place to talk and just relax. And I mean, if somebody comes in and talks about a completely different game to the one I'm playing, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I like to talk about games, period. I don't care what it is. Even if it's a game that I may not have liked, it's okay. We'll still talk about it. Everybody's entitled to their opinions about games.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. If you had to put a warning label on your channel, a slightly tongue-in-cheek question, what would it be? Doesn't have to be a serious answer.
May fall asleep. Not me, but the viewers.
Oh, no. I think you may fall asleep.
The only reason, well, it's possible sometimes. But the reason why I say that is because I know a lot of times people do come in and my streams, it doesn't matter what I'm playing. It's always so relaxed. I'm always so chill that it does actually put some people to sleep. I often asked, is it because I'm boring you? And they're like, no. It's just because it's relaxing, and so that's fine. If I can help people sleep too, I'm happy with that.
I think probably KJ is one of those people. I think she's done that with me. She's like, yes. I've got to go back and watch your one again because I'm really sorry, but I fell asleep. I'm like, great.
Yeah, KJ does fall asleep quite a bit, and that's okay. And she lets me know, and she's like, I'm here, but I may fall asleep. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
I'll try not to shout and wake you up. Yeah.
I think I have a couple times. Not so much shout, but like something happens in the game that was really loud and it wakes her up. I've done that to Nelladoodle a couple times too.
That's quite funny. So my final question then, give us a surprising or a fun or a weird or all three fact about you IRL. Something that people that only have interacted with you via your channel would be surprised to know.
That's a good question because I really don't hold nothing back.
You've always got pink slippers on and they can't see it on the camera?
Oh, no. If I had pink slippers, I would wear them. No, I'm not afraid to wear pink. I mean, if in some of my games that I've played, I play a big, chunky guy who wears pink and has a pink mohawk. I mean, yeah, I don't rightly know because there's not really anything that you ask, I'll tell. I don't have any secrets, I guess. Well, I mean, everybody has secrets, but
wow, I've stumped you with this one.
I'm a PlayStation guy, but secretly like Xbox. That's a lie. I can't stand. No, I can't say it. Okay, Xbox is okay. It's just the controller I can't stand. I have a very difficult time using the Xbox controller. It's just the placement of the analog sticks.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, so yeah, I know a lot of people have issues with controllers, and I'm always moaning about that because of having to remap all the keys. I mean, it is true. It's not all games designers actually think about that when they're putting their controls in. It is still mainly a right-handed world. Oh, so I've stumped you on that. Okay, so listener, if you know Moose and you can think of something surprise, fun, or weird about him that you think that other people may not know, please drop that down in the comments of the video, and we'll have to revisit this. I'm sure we can come up with something. Somebody must know something.
Somebody will probably have a question, I'm sure.
Yeah, and if there's any questions, please do drop them down. And once the episode is out, Moose will keep his eye out. I shall harass him if there's any comments that he needs to respond to.
I'll check it.
Drop down your do drop down your comments and any questions for him. Oh, that's excellent. We've talked through the night. See, it's a good job I put that light on. We've gone all the way through the night. There you go. Just for you, just because you're used to working through the night.
Outstanding.
Well, thank you ever so much for joining. It's been brilliant to get to know you a little bit better. KJ talks so much about you, and I know I've dropped by a few of your streams. I stick my head in and say hi as I'm going past, but it's been nice to get to know you a little bit better. So thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me.
And I will see you guys, or you guys will hear me on the next episode of the podcast. Don't forget to drop me a line if you have suggestions for anyone else that you would like to see me interview. I'm always looking for, I was going to say fresh blood, but maybe that's not quite the way to put it.
Well.
Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.